Hello everyone, welcome to the lecture on IR spectroscopy. This is part 3, types of absorption bands in IR spectrum. So what are the learning outcomes of this lecture? After attending the lecture, you will be able to enlist the types of absorption bands and differentiate between types of bands. Earlier, in part 2, we have discussed the basic principles of IR spectroscopy and the theory of IR spectroscopy. So if you have not watched that lecture, then watch it using the link given in the description below. So let us begin with part 3. So till now, we know that IR spectroscopy is vibrational spectroscopy, and when natural vibrational frequencies of molecule becomes equal to the IR frequency of applied radiation, then it will absorb that IR radiation. We also discussed the molecules will have certain fundamental vibrations like stretching vibrations, bending vibrations. In stretching also we have symmetric vibrations, asymmetric stretching vibrations. In bending also in plane bending, out of plane bending, as well as this kind of vibrations depends on whether the structure is linear or non-linear. If structure is linear, then 3n minus 5 fundamental vibrations are there. If structure is non-linear, then 3n minus 6 fundamental vibrations are there. Any molecule containing the covalent bond will have this many fundamental vibrations. So they absorb IR radiation and they can give this many absorption bands. So that makes IR spectra somewhat more complex. Now, this is IR spectrum, example of IR spectrum in which on a y-axis there is percentage transmission and on a x-axis there is a wave number in a reciprocal of centimeter, and all the peaks or the dips, they are known as bands. So today we are going to discuss what kind of these absorption bands are observed in IR spectroscopy or in IR spectrum. Basically, 4 to 5 types of absorption bands are observed. One is known as fundamental absorption bands, another one is known as overtones, then combination bands, difference band, and Fermi resonance. So we will discuss one by one that what kind of absorption bands are there. So next. Earlier, we said that IR radiation does not have sufficient energy to cause electronic excitations like in UV or visible spectroscopy, electronic excitations occur. But here IR radiation is weak radiation and it cannot cause electronic excitation. Then what it can cause? It can change the vibrational levels. It can change, it can increase the vibrational frequency. It can increase the vibrational frequency. So here these are the different vibrational levels. Nu is equal to 0, nu is equal to 1, nu is equal to 2, is equal to 3, is equal to 4. So as the number increases, as the integer value increases, the energy of vibrational level increases. Nu is equal to 0 is known as ground vibrational state. Nu is equal to 1 is known as lower energy excited vibrational state, and so on. So as we move from 0 to 4 or 5, vibrational energy increases, so vibrational frequency also increases. So to cause transitions from nu 0 to nu 1, certain amount of IR radiation is required. In other words, certain frequency of IR radiation is required. So IR radiation causes this kind of vibrational level changes. Now, See, in this transition, there is nu 0 to nu 1, nu 0 to nu 1. So that means when ground vibrational state or lowest energy excited vibrational state, this transition occurs, then the absorption band in IR spectrum because of this transition are known as fundamental absorption band. Nu 0 to nu 1, and because of that whatever absorption bands are observed in IR spectrum, they all are known as fundamental absorption bands. They may be because of the stretching, bending, and so on. If the transition occurs from nu 0 to nu 2, earlier I told you that these vibrational levels are quantized. So if some frequency is required to cause transition from nu 0 to nu 1, then almost double frequency is required to cause transition from nu 0 to nu 2. So if this kind of transition occur from nu 0 to nu 2, then that kind of absorption bands are known as overtone. That kind of absorption band are known as overtone. Here it is causing transition from nu 0 to directly nu 2, and that is known as first overtone band, because nu 0 to nu 1 is equal to fundamental absorption band, and here it is double, so this will be known as overtone, and this is first overtone band. If transition occur from nu is equal to 0 to nu is equal to 3, then that absorption band in IR spectrum because of this transition are known as second overtone band. Second overtone band. So how much energy or how much frequency is required to cause nu 0 to nu 3? Almost 3 times frequency or wave number is required to cause this kind of transition. So now it is clear what is fundamental absorption band, what is overtone band, in that what is first overtone and what is second overtone. So fundamental absorption bands, they arise from excitation from the ground vibrational state to the lowest energy excited vibrational state, nu 0 to nu 1. Overtones, they result from excitation from the ground vibrational state to higher energy vibrational state, which correspond to the integral multiples of the frequency of fundamental vibration nu. We already said that if nu 0 to nu 1 requires 500 reciprocal centimeter, then the first overtone nu 0 to nu 2 will require almost 1000 centimeter inverse or reciprocal of centimeter, and second overtone is observed around 1500 reciprocal of centimeter. So this is overtone. Now what is combination bond? What is combination band? When two vibrational frequencies in a molecule couple to give rise to vibration of a new frequency within a molecule, and when such vibration is IR active, it is called combination band. So that means here two fundamental absorption band, if they have certain frequency and they both get combined and they give a new absorption band at the sum of the frequency, then it is known as combination band. For example, if one fundamental absorption occurs at 600 centimeter inverse, another fundamental absorption occurs at 700 centimeter inverse, if the combination of this 600 absorption band and 700 absorption band, that is 1300 centimeter inverse. If that combination, if that coupling, in other words, we can say the coupling, combination, interaction, if that coupling is IR active, then it will give rise to a new absorption band at 1300 centimeter inverse. So this is combination band. So it is interaction between two fundamental vibrations. Now difference band, it is quite similar, somewhat similar to the combination band. In a combination band, the new absorption band was observed at the total or sum of two fundamental vibrations, 600 plus 700 and at 1300. Here the new vibration, the new absorption band appears at the difference of two interacting bands. Say for example, one is occurring at 2000 centimeter inverse and another one is occurring at 500 centimeter inverse, and if interaction occurs between them and subtraction of that frequency, that is 1500, so that vibration is IR active. If that kind of vibration is IR active, then it will give band at 1500 centimeter inverse. So in combination, there is sum of absorption bands. In difference band, there is a subtraction or difference between two absorption band. Now Fermi resonance. So this term was first described by Enrico Fermi. So based on his name, it is known as Fermi resonance. Now, what is Fermi resonance? When fundamental vibration, now you know very well, fundamental vibration means nu 0 to nu 1. That transition causing vibration is known as fundamental vibration. If fundamental vibration couple with an overtone, now you know overtone, nu 0 to nu 2 or nu 0 to nu 3. So if any fundamental vibration couple with overtone or combination band, now you know combination band. So if fundamental vibration couple with overtone or combination band, then the coupled vibration is called Fermi resonance. Here in this example, in this spectra, in this IR spectra, I will try to explain all the absorption bands which we discussed. This IR spectrum is of one aliphatic aldehyde. Now you know that aldehyde is C double bond O and H. CH and C double bond O, that group is known as CHO. That group is known as aldehyde. On a y-axis there is percentage transmission, on a x-axis the wave numbers. You can see that from left hand side it starts from 4000 centimeter inverse to right hand side 400 centimeter inverse, and this many absorption bands were there. So I told you that each and every particular bond will have their own absorption frequency which is corresponding to the vibrational frequency. So here in this example, C double bond O stretch, aldehyde C double bond O stretching vibration that appears at these are the known values, reference values. So C double bond O stretch occurs at 1740, in between 1740 to 1725 centimeter inverse. This is the approximate values. Okay. Aldehyde CH bending occurs at 1400 to 1350 centimeter inverse. Aldehyde CH stretching occurs at 2860 to 2700. So let's start with C double bond O stretch. It should occur around 1700, 1750 to 1725. So here this band, the band in red box is C double bond O stretch, and you can see that it is around 1700. So this is C double bond O stretch of fundamental vibration. So when C double bond O stretching is there, its fundamental vibration appears at this frequency or wave number. Now, it is around 1700. So if overtone occurs, first overtone, then it occurs at almost double frequency. So double frequency of this around 1740 is here. You can see that it is around 3500. You can extrapolate it on an x-axis. Then this one is around 3500. So this one is first overtone of C double bond O stretching vibration, which occurs around 1740. And one more thing you have noticed is the strength of the absorption band is strong in case of the fundamental absorption band, while it gets weak in C double bond O overtone. It gets weak in C double bond O overtone. Now, aldehydic CH bending. Aldehydic CH bending. Earlier I told you that bending vibrations for the same band occurs at lower frequencies than the stretching vibration. So CH, aldehydic CH, the CH bond of aldehyde, that gives bending at 1400 to 1350. So where it is? The green box. So that band is because of aldehyde CH bending. Now you can also predict that where should be the overtone of this CH bending. It should be around 2800. This is around 1400. So its overtone should be at around 2800. So here in a yellow box, what happens? Let me explain you what kind of peak it is. CH bending occurs at 1400, 1350. In this table in a yellow color in the bottom, see CH bending occurs around 1400 to 1350. So that is I have described by green box. Its overtone occurs around 2800, right? But CH stretching of aldehyde also occurs in the region of 2860 and 2700 centimeter inverse. So that means overtone of CH bending and fundamental CH stretching of aldehyde both occurs in similar region, in nearby area. So that is why both gets combined. Say here, one is CH, another one is also CH. So one is because of CH aldehydic stretch and one is because of overtone of CH bending. So now both are coming in the same area. So this is coupling of fundamental vibration with overtone. This is coupling of fundamental vibration with overtone, and it would be known as Fermi resonance. Here two peaks are combined, so that is why it is known as Fermi doublet. That is why it is known as Fermi doublet. So now from this spectra, it is clear that what kind of fundamental vibrations are there, what is difference between stretching and bending vibration, what is overtone, and what is Fermi resonance. Combination band can be a combination of any two fundamentals. Say for example here there is a combination of two different types of CH stretching, sp3CH stretching, that is of alkyl group. So that symmetric and asymmetric vibrations, they can get combined and A new peak may also be obtained. So this is about the types of absorption band. So next time we'll again discuss with one more interesting topic related to IR spectroscopy. If you have any doubts, then you can contact me on the given details. Thank you.